Before beginning the fitting process, it's important to check if your order is correct. Start by unboxing your order and place the panels on the floor, checking each panel in the process. To fit your panels, you will need sealant gun, sanitary sealant, grab adhesive, sealant finishing tool, packers, hand saw, a circular saw or jigsaw. Begin by removing any screws, nails or other fixtures from your wall, then wipe the surface clean with a cloth. Next, using your spirit level, check all your walls are straight and ensure all fittings, including the shower tray or bath, are level. Start by measuring the required height and the width of the wall, then calculate if you need to cut your panels down to fit. Measure the width of your panels from the edge, remembering to exclude the tongue. Using the spirit level and pencil, mark the panels, then carefully draw a straight line to indicate where you want to cut. Whilst wearing appropriate PPE, place your panels with the surface facing up and use a circular saw, hand saw or jigsaw to carefully cut your panels in a well-ventilated space. Ensure to regularly wipe down any dust from the panel with either a wet cloth or a construction wipe. Cut off the tongue edge of any panels that will be finished with a decorative trim or where sealant will be used. When cutting your panels around fixtures, carefully measure the location of any fittings or plumbing on the wall, noting the vertical and horizontal measurements from the floor and the wall. Once you have all the necessary dimensions for your fixtures, take care to clearly mark the exact location of each fitting on the relevant shower panel using a pencil and either a spirit level or a straight edge. Using a hole saw with the correct size circular attachment, take care to align the centre of the saw on your mark and cut the holes for your fittings. Drill slowly and steadily to avoid cracking or damaging your panel. Throughout the process, regularly wipe down any dust from the panel using a wet cloth or a construction wipe. Before fitting your panels to the wall, use packers to create a 2 to 3 mm gap between the panel and the shower tray or bath. Do the same for the corners. Next, carefully peel away the protective film from your panel. Then apply 6 mm thick lines of grab adhesive in wide wavy lines to the back of your first panel. Starting at the corner, fit your first panel to the wall while using packers to ensure a 2 to 3 mm gap between the panel's edge and the corner. Once in place, gently press the panel to the wall to secure it. You can then use a spirit level to check the panel is flat and level. For panels that will fit around any fixtures or plumbing, check your measurements and cuts before affixing the panel to the wall. Fit the panel using packers to ensure a 2 to 3 mm gap between the panel and the corner. Once the panel is in place, gently press it against the wall to make sure it's securely attached and level. When interlocking two shower panels, insert the tongue edge at a 30-degree angle into the corresponding groove edge. If needed, use a rubber mallet to gently tap the panel into the groove while it's still at a 30-degree angle. To activate the AquaGuard, ensure the panel is engaged along its entire length and click the panel back against the wall. To affix any decorative end trims, simply add a small bead of sealant into the trim channel and fix it against the length of your panel. Do this before fitting the panel to the wall. You can clean away any excess sealant before it dries with a construction wipe. Once the panel is in place, gently press it against the wall to make sure it's securely attached and level. Once all the panels are fitted in place and the adhesive has dried, remove the packers. Starting at the corners, carefully apply sealant down the joins, and be certain to seal around any of the cuts made to accommodate fittings and plumbing. Where the base of the panels meets the shower tray or bath, apply sealant to seal these gaps. Finally, using a sealant finishing tool, smooth out the sealant and wipe away any excess using a construction wipe.